He's holding them safely at bay. Let's Riding for Dear Life. Love Band at second. On the outside. Hyperno in a pocket. And then came My Blue Denim with a fast run. But Belldale Ball's got the Melbourne Cup won. My Blue Denim coming from the clouds into second place. Belldale Ball stopping to a walk, but he's going to win. Belldale Ball, Johnny Letts beats My Blue Denim. Love Band at third.
In 1986, Colin Hayes won his second Melbourne Cup, and his new stable jockey, Michael Clarke, tasted success in the big one for the first time on the imported end tyre at Talaq.
A half in front, Rising Fear the outside, one to at Talaq, My Tristram's Bell. Sea Legends moving up quickly with Joel out a bit deeper on the track and moving around them. Mr. Lamondi's going well. A length to Midmaster coming into the picture. Empire Rose in that group of horses with Black Knight. They start to bunch up in the cup. Waratah Bay's wider out, Kiwis behind those horses. Samasan's trying to thread his way through. Fordyce out wide. Final Advance well back. Just now's about third last. Born to be Queen in front of those horses, and Dark Intruders last into the straight. They've got 4.50 to go in the cup. Feedaway joined by Rising Fear. At Talaq about to come at them from My Tristram's Bell. Mintmaster. Joel with a run. Empire Rose, Mr. Lamondi, Born to be Queen running on in reckless tradition. At Talaq at the 300s, burst away from Rising Fear. 2 lengths to Sea Legend. Further back Joel, Mr. Lamondi, Kiwi with a late run. At Talaq in front from Rising Fear. Kiwi running on with Sea Legend. Clarke's got a run, I think. At Talaq's a length and a half in front of Rising Fear. Colin Hayes wins his second cup. At Talaq a half Rising Fear.
The cup was a triumph for Clarke, who had been number 2 rider for Hayes for a number of years. His loyalty and professionalism paid off when he was given the number 1 position, replacing Darren Gauci. It was a remarkable ride by Clarke and was evidence of just how much this likeable young man had come of age as a champion jockey. The success of At Talaq, owned by Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, is sure to further enhance overseas interest in this great event. And indeed, since the Melbourne Cup success, the Sheikh has increased his interests in the Australian industry. Certainly, this Melbourne Cup did more than any other for Australia's profile on the international racing scene. Following his fast-finishing third in the Moonee Valley Cup, the imported galloper Rosedale, owned by international owner Nelson Bunker Hunt, became the public elect for the 1987 Foster's Melbourne Cup.
They're racing. Belciano jumped well. The roar from the crowd as one of the first out is Scarvilla, Kensei. Cossack Warrior easing behind them, and Empire Rose has begun very well. Just behind them now, Belciano, it's going to cross to near the rails in front, I think. And they're followed by South of Belmont and Rosedale on the outside. Then Like a Topic and Beautrist is just behind them as they come onto the course proper. Belciano is a surprise leader, Cook restraining it. In second place, South of Belmont, Scarvilla on the rails, followed by Like a Topic. Rosedale up about 5th, and just behind it is the Brotherhood. Here's Agent Provocative now going to head them all off over on the outside. Rising Fear is in about 6th or 7th, placing Beautrist behind it. Then Royal Heights, and they were followed further back in the field by Lord Highbrow. Next is Kensei, Cool Rock and Daddy, about a length further back, Argonaut Style. On the rails, Regimental March outside at King Matthias, then Pegamaguess. Cossack Warrior is back second last, and Our Palace are at the rear. 600 out on the corner, and Skelton's taken Rising Fear to the lead in the cup. Rising Fear heads for home with Agent Provocative. Then Belciano off the rails now from Like a Topic. Here's Rosedale pulled out wide on the track, and King Matthias is back behind them under the whip. With 400 to go, Agent Provocative fights back. It's about a length in front of Belciano. Rising Fear's gone. Scarvilla's got out. Here comes Rosedale on the outside with Empire Rose. They're claiming them quickly. Empire Rose got to the lead. Rosedale tackling it. Kensei's got up on the rails. Larry Olsen driving it through. Kensei's run to Empire Rose. Kensei's taken the lead, and Kensei won the cup.
Kensei produced the ultimate result for a group of battling owners. The first prize of $812,000, taking his earnings past $1 million. Kensei was purchased privately by well-known syndicator Harry Lawton for $15,000. He is the second son of Royal Charger Line stallion Blarney Kiss to win the Melbourne Cup. Snowy Lupton, who raced the first Kiwi, actually bid on Kensei at the Waikato yearling sales, just 10 weeks after Kiwi's Cup triumph. At Waikato, Kensei was passed in for $13,000 New Zealand dollars. In 1988, giant New Zealand mare Empire Rose returned to Melbourne for her third attempt at winning the Cup. Following her outstanding effort to win the McKinnon Stakes on Derby Day, she rocketed to favouritism, and as race time approached, the mare was joined as equal favourite by the imported horse Natski.
They're racing in the 88 Foster's Melbourne Cup, and Might down on the inside has jumped away well. Mr. Bunnythorpe is prominent. Natski drops behind, and so does Full at Last. Orthal is up in a prominent spot, and Apollo Run just behind the pace, and then Congressman. Kensei is just behind them, and they're being attended over a little bit further by Narbodo, which Candide is racing with them, and out deeper on the track, Lord Highbrow going up to occupy a forward berth from Copper Tonic, and Empire Rose is the widest of all, and Banderole has dropped out to last. Natski is third last. As they race down the straight the first time, Orthal in front, there's no pace on. Might is on the inside of Lord Highbrow. Empire Rose going up into second placing now from Copper Tonic, then Narbodo, Belciano. It's Candide, Shantaroon, Apollo Run, Congressman. Terrific three wide, Mr. Bunnythorpe, Ideal Centreman, Kensei, Secret Seal, Our Classic Bay, followed by Full at Last, and then Round the World, followed by Natski, and a gap then to Algonquin Club, and Banderole is last, 20 lengths from the lead, followed by Secret Seal, and then Natski, Banderole, and Algonquin Club. They're spread right out as they come up now with 1,000 metres to go. Orthal trying to lead all the way is a length and a half to Empire Rose on the outside of Might. They're followed by Our Classic Bay. Then came on the inside Narbodo, being followed then by Copper Tonic, Lord Highbrow, Apollo Run. It's Candida's on the fence, followed by Belciano. Then Mr. Bunnythorpe, Shantaroon, Ideal Centreman. Kensei at least 12 lengths off the lead, and Natski is starting a run back behind them, and Full at Last is racing with them, and so is Congressman, and Banderole is back at the rear as they straighten up for the run home. 500 metres to go in the Foster's Melbourne Cup, and here goes Empire Rose up to challenge Orthal. 2 lengths farther away at the head of the others, Our Classic Bay. Apollo Run down the outside. It's Candide called upon for a effort, Mr. Bunnythorpe, and down the outside Natski's flying from Ideal Centreman. Empire Rose hit the front and went clear from Apollo Run. Natski finishing gamely. It's Empire Rose in front. Natski trying to pick it up from Narbodo. Empire Rose just in front. Natski coming hard, a desperate finish. I think Empire Rose has just won from Natski.
The public's judgment was vindicated when the equal favourites fought out a thrilling finish. And with her narrow victory, Empire Rose became Outstanding Stallion Sir Tristram's 30th individual Group 1 winner, and the first 6-year-old mare to win the Foster's Melbourne Cup.